The basement you are about to view is not of the average. Please have an open mind.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Kind of a Look. I have for you all of my basement declutters in one video. You're going to be able to see the start of this process up to how I left it and how it's going. And let's just say I need to get back to neutral in a desperate way.
We are down here in what I call my part of the basement. I have items for stock up that need to be put away, totes that need to get off the floor and onto this new shelf, things that need to be gotten rid of, plus decluttering and cleaning. This ongoing basement declutter is a long one, but lucky for you, it's broken down into parts. Watch the beginning stage of me slowly clean, declutter, and organize this basement. Let's get started. As I said earlier, I wanted to get the totes off the floor and onto this new shelf. But before this shelf, I had a different shelf. And in order for me to get to that shelf and move it, I had to do some maneuvering. This was the lead up to everything that you saw at the beginning. these items are being moved into the garage, that is another project of its own. When you initially saw this shelf, it was empty. I needed additional help and did not want to film them, so this is the progress that was made as I went along. I ended up taking down the gray totes and replaced them with the blue totes. I decided that I was going to put the gray totes at the very top and move the wrapped table to the narrow portion of this shelf. That required additional help, so I did not film that. I also found a temporary place for this laundry hamper. This is what this shelf looks like now. I have all of the totes off the floor except for this tote. That tote belongs on the shelf in the open spot that I am pointing out. On this side of the basement, I had packing stuff, a lot of old school papers, and stuff in boxes that I was storing. Plus, it was a catch-all spot. These items required some decluttering, but I wanted to clear everything out first to clean. You will notice that I am starting to handle things differently and I'm moving a little more cautiously. It's because I start to run into spider webs. That's when I came to the conclusion, I think I need to get some gloves. This box holds a lot of my grandmother's china and ceramics. This will be a hard box to declutter. This box holds stuff from my very first apartment up until where I live now. This box will not be that hard to declutter. I can look at these items and determine what I will do with them next. Disgusto. I now have a cleared area. I just need to wipe down the walls. But let me show you where all of the stuff went. I noticed this cabinet was dingy, so I decided to wipe that down. Also, I had bought a new cabinet to go next to this one. That was an additional reason why I cleaned it. This wall was clearly unpainted and not prepped to be painted. but it needed to be wiped down with a passion. Because this was just drywall, I had to be very careful. I did not want the wall to fall apart. What I did was use water with a Mr. Clean solution and a rag and wiped with a little pressure. I came back with a little bleach to help with the dirt around the light switch. Looking back, I could have used vinegar and water, but at this time, this product was a go-to for me when I wipe down walls. Now we start going through the boxes. For me, I did not really have any issues with getting rid of stuff until it came down to sentimental. Now, a lot of this stuff was because of kids, intangible items that signified an accomplishment or a memory. Lucky for me, a lot of these items were already separated into categories. So it was easier for me to see if there may be an excess of items or if I really did need them. Most of this stuff in this box belonged to my grandmother. My intention was to go through the box, but my mind was not ready to do it. I found this box inside and realized I didn't need any of the stuff in it, so all of this was donated. My grandmother's stuff was not the only struggle I had. These cups were too, but with these, I talked my way through it.
You don't need to. You don't need to. And you haven't even used them at all. Well, since you've been in this house, you haven't used them.
And we're keeping his glasses. I think I like these part. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I was gonna buy more cups. And I have a whole bunch of glasses. These are some good ones too. Like they feel good. These are the boxes that I kept so far. Here is what the wall looks like dried. Around the light switch needs to be cleaned again, but I will wait another time. Okay guys, we are back. I don't know what day this is, but this is the progress so far. Those are my grandmother's dishes and stuff in those boxes. This is what we need to load into the cabinet. And this is the wall that we were working on yesterday. I was working on yesterday. So it was cleared yesterday. But my husband built this cabinet. Got it off of Amazon. And so this cabinet is going to be used for my overflow, my overstock. So I'm going to put this stuff, all of that, in this cabinet. Let's go ahead and try to organize this. This is what I did with the loose mini Lysol sprays. I used a sandwich container to hold them. Are you familiar with these? If you are, then you know where we got these from. Long story short, we ended up with multiples of these. I tried these before, but the smell was a little too chemically for me. If anything, they can be used to detail the car since it's outside. That's what I did. This is what we're looking at so far. Now on to this cabinet. Let's get the handy dandy suck vac. This is a cabinet that I had since 2013. The last time I probably wiped out this cabinet was maybe 2018, 2019. With it being in the basement for a few years untouched, I now have the dust and whatever else residue in and on here. I started out by wiping out the cabinets with water and a multi-purpose cleaner. As you see, that was not working very well. I ended up using the bleach cleaner. Much better. The back of this cabinet is a stiff cardboard material. That's why the drip marks from the spray is showing. That will dry. Since I mentioned some of the materials of this cabinet, as I stated before in my Kitchen Declutter Part 3 video, you have to be careful not to saturate the cabinets when cleaning. A lot of storage items like cabinets, shelves, in general furniture are made of MDF wood. If they get saturated, they will swell. So if there is a shelf or cabinet that does not clean well, you may have to come back to it when it dries to avoid saturation. Not as white, but it is close. So I did some rearranging to make things look a little bit better, flow better. The pads are back there. Still have toiletries and laundry over there, and then sanitizer, anything dealing with washing with hands or cleanliness if you want to categorize it that way, and then everything dealing with chemicals and cleaning are all on both of these shelves. Laundry is down here because it's just too heavy. And then the vinegar I use in laundry, and then I also use for cleaning. Even though it's not filled to capacity, there is no plans on overstocking this. Yeah, I think I like it this way. This will just be the overflow cabinet. And when things get low, then it'll just be empty spaces. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. Alright, so far this is our pile of trash. This is dealing with vacuuming, suctioning up, extracting basically. All of this is dealing with cleaning. This is dealing with dishes right here, or washing of dishes. It's just extra, but all of this is cleaning. And this is dealing with just shoes right here. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to arrange this. One shelf we know is going to be just cleaning. The other will be related to, I guess, gadgets or whatnot, dealing with the vacuum and the carpet cleaner. And then on top of that, I still have to put the pump for blowing up the air mattress. This is the air mattress. And then the humidifier has to go back in here also. We do have plenty of space now that a lot of stuff is moved over to this cabinet. I will think about this
while I am out.
I came back and wiped out this cabinet with plain hot water because of the products used. It may seem a bit extra, but in my head, I think about the residue left from the products on the surface. Another thing that you need to be mindful of with MDF shelving is that it will bow after time. I flip them so that it will eventually even out. The shelf will also last longer. All of these bottles are empty except for the red Awesome Spray. I held on to them to show for a video so I can show the bottles and not forget the names. I just never threw them away. In my Getting Back to Neutral, the linen closet video, I talked about using practicality when organizing. This cabinet is used when we are doing different specific tasks in the house. Although it would be nice to have containers in here to make the inside of this cabinet look aesthetically pleasing, let's be real. That's money to spend and it will take up more space. Trying to add containers will make this process a little more overwhelming for me as I'm trying to get rid and categorize stuff. Maybe in the future, but for now, instead of containers, I used what I had, boxes.
I now have a cabinet that is decluttered and clean, minus that streak that I missed on the shelf. But I can easily access the things that I need, and it is practical. Just like I reused old boxes to organize, I used a carrying bag from one of the kids' old tent to store parts from my dry wet vac. So I decided to go ahead and deal with this top. You've probably seen previously where I was just avoiding this area, but I finally took the cans down. They're right there. And guys, guess what the expiration date is on here? At first, I thought I was just dealing with, let's see, where we get it, 2018, which I was thinking this was probably, you know, because it's 2021 now. It wasn't that long ago. But then when I pulled this one down, 2016. That's how old these cans are. And I know if I put these things up on here, it was before February of 2016. This is going to be like my starter emergency food storage back then, so I know I didn't put it up there right at 2016, so this probably might have been 2015, had to be 2015 that I was putting this stuff up. 2014. That's how long those cans have been up here. I really don't want to pull this box down. I know what's in it. Suck it up. Surely, area has been cleared and clean. That's gonna move back. Actually, let's do that now. These two boxes, I think I'm going to put Up there, I'm just not sure yet because it may be forgotten. But this is a box that I need, those 2 boxes I do need to go through because these are my grandmother's things. A lot of them are glasses that I do want to display in a cabinet when I get one. And these are things I'm just not ready to let go of yet. I don't know. Remember these crates from earlier? I decided to put them to use, which you will see later on. It is a new day, and here is how it is looking. There is a video playing in the background very loudly this day, so my explanation of what is going on in the video may be limited. I did try to minimize the sound. This section 1. $2,000 may not want to see on average what are these homes closing. You have to kind of get a good feel for that. As I explained before on this channel, when there is a huge pile of stuff that is mixed up, to keep myself from getting overwhelmed, I put things into categories. That is the biggest way I can see that progress is being made. It also makes it easier to organize. This chair is cleared. I have this container full of media and a pile of school papers that I don't want to deal with at the moment, so I moved it out of the way. Stick that right there. I have categories. Now that these have been divided up into like items, I'm going to go through each group to see what I'm going to keep and let go. I sprayed these down with some Dawn vinegar mix. Then I sprayed it with the water hose. It is cold outside. And I've been pollinized because the wind is really, really blowing. And now I'm going to dry these off. I'm going to use one of these to put right there. And I'm going to put those 2 boxes on top of the crate, which is going to be right there. I'm going to use this towel. This crate that is drying, and then this crate that is drying, and I'm gonna put my carpet cleaner on here. And I did want to actually use both of these crates side by side of each other so that I could have put my steam cleaner. That's not going to work because I need this crate, but that might make me want to go through this box even quicker so I can use this crate. I'm not going out to buy another one. We're all about trying to create fail-safes or safety nets. Trying to put things into place so that whenever I do feel like I don't want to do things, I don't have the energy, if it falls by the wayside, it's going to be a lot easier for me to get back up on my feet, in quotes, and, jump back into place. This is a 1998 Christmas train set from JCPenney's that I forgot I had in a box. This is a duplicate and not all of the trains are here. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with them. Give it away, sell, or donate. What do you think I should do with them? Putting all of the stuff that I'm giving away. For a long while, I've been saving these jars for a special event. I was contemplating if I was going to keep them. I decided I was going to. Other stuff, because I think I am going to stick this. This was being used. We still have the signs else. This, I actually did go through these. These are shoes. Children's sizes coming up. So this needs to go right over there with the shoes. This is for my husband to deal with. These are like Christmas gifts. I have Whenever a game is taken out, I have a habit of recounting the pieces before I put it away to make sure everything is there for the next time. I also put pieces into bags so that it is better contained in the box. Do any of you do this? I also retape the box that it comes in. I was explaining how the kids like to do the stuff that is in this box and that I had these things packed away. The Easy Bake and Cake Pop required little supervision, but the cotton candy machine required full supervision. And at this time, I did not want to deal with it, so it was put away. I talked about getting a clear container so that these items could be seen and used, but I did not want to buy a new one. Yay, all the stuff is removed from this area. All of it. But now we have to put things in its place. I still don't know where to put them really, but that has a home, that has a location. Also, I would need to declutter, but it still has a location. The location, that has a location, and that has a location. The games, I'm not going to buy. Purpose, some of those things over there. So this whole area right here, well, that's going to get moved, but the whole area should be open. I have a container for puzzles and a container for games. The intention was not to outgrow the containers. As you clearly see that I am trying to put a game in a puzzle container, which means that I've outgrown the game one. I was able to get the game in, but realized I left out the bases. I could not get it in, so I thought about, was it really being used? Have the kids outgrown this game? So I decided, before I let it go, slowly but surely clean that. And this container, I realized it's movies in here, so that needs to stay on that, be on that side. That's where all the entertainment stuff is over there. So that's going to be over there. That's movies in there, kid movies in that black case. Take that upstairs, and I need to fix this thing that I made back in college. I would show you guys, but then it will show what school I went to. This whole thing needs to be decluttered. Mainly this, the toys. It's not as bad because it used to be worse. But I know what's in all of these containers going up, because you can see it. This one, I have an idea, but I don't remember. And this is the reason why I like clear containers and not opaque. It's just that the clear ones are more expensive and they come smaller. So something
like a tote like this one might be $8, but a tote like this, which is smaller in size, would be that or a little bit more. So the opaque ones work for clothes to me, because then you don't have to see every single piece of clothing in them, and it's not, to me, it's not visually pleasing. Not like how this is okay to me. It's not the best, but it's okay. But toys, I would prefer to have clear containers so you can see exactly what's in them and you're not guessing. And what I said probably did not make sense. Let's do this. Toys that are baby stuff we can give away. This should be in that container. All of these. This is a box full of baby toys. All baby toys. I'm gonna trash that sign. You know what? I'm not. The glass is missing from it. Somebody might appreciate what it says. It's broken right there. I don't know. And then this is trash. This, I need to look into this. Somebody might buy this. I don't know anybody who's into Star Wars like that. And there might actually be somebody who would buy this. That's what's left so far of that whole section over there of things being put back where it belongs. Again, I can fix that. And I don't know if I want to give that away or not, because it in a way represents my school. And I did put a lot of hard work into making that. We already know where this is going, and this is going, which is going to be on the other side. And then this section is another day. This is not as bad as it looks. I just put these in here, but this is decor stuff that's in the back over there, but it's not that bad. It just looks like it's stuffed. We just have to work on this. That's what's left. Again, this is what we're looking like with everything that's left. And that's just laundry. And I washed the rugs. This is the last section to do as far as getting this place cleaned out and throwing things away. But as far as over here, I need to like go through and declutter some things and wipe containers down. So slowly but surely, we're getting this place into looking like it's, you know, decent, normal, whatever you want to call it.
This is what's left in this section. This box has decorations that I was using but decided not to use anymore, along with decor that the little ones broke and I was going to fix. I started going through to see what I wanted to keep and then decided in this process that I would declutter off camera. I was initially overwhelmed by this box, the box of out-of-place toys. There are toys in here that were left out of its home container or if it did not have one. I am moving cautiously because this box has been here for a long time and may have some spider webs. That is why I was struggling to lift the box. I did not want to put my hand underneath it. I did it anyway, and no spider webs. Here is what I'm keeping. The rest of the stuff was either trashed or set up for donation. It has been 3 weeks since I last touched the basement. This is how things are looking so far. For the most part, what I have done is still intact. This is what I have left to work on. I decided to keep this washer as a backup. It works perfectly fine. We came across a washer dryer set that was energy efficient and was supposed to be an upgrade. The outlet needed to be changed for the dryer along with an alignment issue, and we felt it was not worth it. The washer has also had issues, which I was lucky to have the backup and also someone who is handy in the house to fix it. Since I'm talking about upgrading washers and dryers, do you find that the older ones work better or break down less? This is what I'm finding. I only put up with the newer one because it's energy efficient. You may notice that I am handling this dryer very awkwardly. That is because of the spider webs.
Okay, we are attempting again. I don't even know what day this may be, but right here, this is still here. And those two containers are still here. I don't even know if I can say anything about it, but this is what has been added to it. Trying to save the newspaper for a compost pile. That's the reason why it's still sitting here. And I have to break that down and figure out how I'm going to put that in here, because today is May the 4th, 2021, and some of you may know already that they are starting to go up on paper goods because of the shortage on wood pulp, which is used to make some of these paper goods. So I'm showing you guys this cabinet because this is from when I did the organization. It's still intact, but now I have to break that down or find somewhere else to put it. I can fit some of the paper towel up there, but yeah, anyway, let's see. This is still somewhat intact. This is like the everyday use cabinet, or what I use in the cabinet. On a daily, weekly basis. Okay, and still haven't gotten over here to wipe down the totes or go through the totes. I mean, I know what's in them because they're, labeled. This shelf is dealing with clothes and shoes, and this shelf is just dealing with toys. And then this shelf, nothing has changed, it's still the same. But if you can remember last, that these boxes right here, I want to keep for now. But they're right here because they're in the corner, and I'm doing laundry. So that is, you see that basket and that basket. That box, if you remember last, inside the box underneath that blanket are like the kid activities like Easy Bake, little cotton candy machine, those type of things. So I want to find like a clear tote container or something similar to over there to put those in so they can see it and get access to it. And then yeah, this is all laundry. And washer and dryer that I moved from the last time. And this is something that we want to get rid of, to throw away, and this is something that we want to put on the other side of the basement, or the garage, I'm sorry. And now, over here. Last left off with me moving the washer and dryer. But the reason why I stopped is because of this. I had to put the flash on so you can see. But this is what we discovered. And I was hesitant on showing this because I don't know. It's part of that shame type thing or people in your personal business type thing. But this is what I discovered. And I was at a standstill as far as what to do next. I don't know if this is black mold. It kind of looks like it. I
I know what I can do is put my mask on and use the suck vac to suck up all this extra stuff, and then I can spray this down with some bleach. But I do need to take pictures of this stuff first. But other than that, this is what we're looking like. Now I know I should just be using bleach water to spray this down, but I just want to test something out. I just want to see if I use the sprays that I normally use to clean up and clean my bathrooms with, if this would work. So I'm going to try this first on a piece of the mold over there, and then I'm going to try this on another piece. And let's see which one does whatever, or actually makes a difference. To leave from down here because it's going to smell very bleachy. And let's see how it affects that, if it does anything or not. And then whichever one does the best, we'll use it over there. Okay, so we are back, and I have been gone for about 45 minutes, and this is after spraying the bleach, so it looks like it's still trying to dry, but what I sprayed with the foam sprayer seems to have done a better job. But then I'm not sure, because it looks like there's still something left.
did it. Finally saw. Well, it's finally over here.
At this point, with all of the sucking up of dirt and debris, I needed to empty this suckback. The filters were very clogged, as you will see in a moment. This was around the time I first got this vacuum and did not have any bags or a bag inside. This is why it's important to have one. To handle this filter, I went and got some gloves. It had a very thick layer of dust, dirt, and debris on it that I needed to remove. This was so thick that you could not tell the color of this filter. Guess what color it was? If you guessed blue, you're correct. Because I tied off the trash bag, some dust rose and you will see that it looks like I'm in a dust storm. The dust do settle. We got more room now to be able to walk through here. I still need to move this thing, but I am at a standstill until my significant other handles his side of the garage. But right now it's laundry that I have to deal with, and those boxes right there I actually would like to put on top of the washing machine just to get out the way for now. And typically boxes that I'm typically saving that belong to products usually go underneath here. That's why you see those items in the event that we have to transport or move or whatnot. That's what I do, just to keep them out the way, because honestly I feel like boxes are an eyesore. Like, this is an eyesore, but we're always shipping or need to transfer something, so that's the reason why I keep boxes, or enough that I feel comfortable with having of different sizes. It's up there so it's out of the way. You can't see when you first come in. You have to really be looking. But yeah, typically my products, the boxes I usually keep underneath there, so that when, or in the event we do move, they are packed, they are secured, and they are, I don't know the word I'm looking for. But anyways, they are packed and they will be transported without any damage. So that's why I typically keep boxes for like TVs or printers, laptops, things like that. if we don't already have a case for it already. Because people know who do move. People who do move or have ever moved know and hate that feeling when something that they really do like and love breaks. So, but yeah, that is the accomplishment for now. This is what I would like to handle. And actually, I can go ahead, since I did vacuum over, didn't handle this area, I can go ahead and put this back over here. And I want to bring down my carpet cleaner, steam cleaner. Well, my steamer and my carpet cleaner to be on top of that, but we're going to figure out how that's going to work because it's not wide enough. All right, so that's it for now, I guess, until I can get this resolved, and then I guess the next thing I can do while I'm waiting would be to like get over here. Now this I know is not related to that over there. Not related to this over there. This is related to the other washing machine overflowing. It's a long story. But anyways, that's what this is related to. So we never cleaned it up because it's on a tray and it was never moved until just now. So that is why it's cruddy and stuff. Gotta move this, and I want to separate these two, put a table in between the washer and the dryer. And I'm sorry for the crazy angling, but a table between here, and that way those two things that are in use can be sitting on top of it, or maybe that can go over there. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I want to get rid of it because I don't ever use it. Anyways, and also other thing I want to do is actually wipe down these washers, this washer and dryer. You can see it's very dirty, and I haven't really cleaned it since I got it. So that would be it for now. So we'll see when I will come back to work on the next phase.
I decided to throw down bleach since the sprays were not as effective. This is not the smartest thing to do for a number of reasons, but I'm showing what I did. I also needed to tackle this area behind the dryer. Okay, guys, so I'm about to tell you or show you what I was talking about earlier when it comes to shifting things around. You know, you clear one area and then you go clear another area, and when you're clearing that area, you end up moving things back into the area that was cleared. This is what I'm talking about. Now, this stuff right here is stuff from the vacation that we took, so I need to clean this stuff up. I don't put things away or store things without cleaning them. because of bacteria, dirt, things like that. I just don't want it in a container. So I always clean things before I put them up. So there's a lot of sand here, things that may have dirt. The bags have been touching or sitting on all kinds of things. So I typically wash the bags or totes or whatever you want to call them, and I clean off shoes and stuff like that before I store them. So that's what this is. I told you earlier that this is going to be put onto the cabinet that is behind me. I don't know how I'm going to store that because, when you're in a basement, you get cobwebs and spiders and stuff like that. Yeah, this is not an insulated or finished basement, so we're going to have all kinds of critters that access down here. So I'm going to need to put this in a bag before I put this on top, until I find a container. And then of course there's the bag of shoes I was talking about over there. Yeah, those are shoes that I'm going to clean over there. And then all of this decor stuff. These are the coffee filter reefs that I've made. Decor stuff in this tote. And then there was some decor stuff over here. Yeah. So the intent is to sort through these items, decide what I want to keep and what I want to give away or throw away, because there's some things that I've had here since like over 10 years old. So I need to do that. But these items are things that were under the stairs, and so that's the reason why they're over here, because that is a project in itself, cleaning out underneath there. This is what I'm talking about. So these items were underneath here, stored in containers. They weren't messy, it wasn't crazy, but they were underneath here. But this side, I need to redo these containers. It's funny because this tote right here, it says information, has a thing called phone books. Some of you guys probably never heard of them or never seen one, so we can look into that later. But yeah, all of these things I have to go through. There's a tote right there that holds my paint and sandpaper and just handyman type or craft like type stuff. So that's why I cleaned those off, and I need to put them back into that tote. Yeah, so there's things that I just need to go through in here and reorganize, give away, throw away. Some containers just have no use anymore, like that information container. And it can be reused for something else. But yeah, this is a project by itself. But I said I can at least start out with the decor, because I think that is what's massively taken over this closet, which were the totes. And then I have little things that are out, like there's an item right there on top of that tote that is a decor item. But yeah, and again, I said that what I was going to do with that table, the one that my husband's going to tighten up, I'm going to put it in between these two appliances. So this is going to be shifted down some over here. That table's going to be there, and that stool, if it is, I believe it's high enough for the stool to go underneath that table, so that in the event I need to sit down and do something over here, I can. Or if I want to use, if I just need something to sit down on, I have seating basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that is what's going on here, but things got shifted around. It's not too bad. It's not going to take too much to clear this up. It's just going through these totes right here. Might be, it's just a project on its own.
we have the table in place. Now we are going to move this and wipe this thing down. It's really nasty. I'm not going to do a thorough clean because I don't have much time, and that will be another time. But I need to clean back here, and sorry the lighting is really bad, but we are in the basement. Alright, this is the process that we are at now. The dryer, I did clean behind it. I don't know if I recorded that. I did clean back. Let's do this. Don't have much space. I still have decor stuff that I have over here that I need to go through. It's a lot better. I have those bed risers right there for this table to go up on to protect this table. So let's get it into position. This is what we're looking like so far. Keep that from being exposed to any water, if there is any water that comes into this basement. I'm touching the floor. I have my water with my Lysol here, and I'm going to wipe this down, get back there and scrub all this stuff and suck it up with the, well, first suck with the get it up with the wet vac or the suck vac. There we go. And then I'm gonna throw bleach down on the concrete and scrub that with the brush.
Selling their homes, so you have a major demand to buy homes and a very little supply, which is pushing home prices up. Because in order to keep home prices up, you have to keep having more buyers. And so what you have to think is eventually we're going to hit a point that if home prices keep growing so quickly, we're going to hit a point.
Alright, so I have some plain water right here. And what I'm going to do is spray this down so that using that. Now what we're about to do is do some shifting. I need to vacuum. What is it gonna look like back here? Okay, so we're back. I've already wiped down behind here. I wiped the behind the washing machine, and I threw the bleach down. I do not advise anyone to do this method that I'm dealing with bleach. This is my health. So these are just unconventional things that I typically do, which I don't invite other people to do. But I threw some bleach down to help get rid of that mold. I'm going to scrub the floor with my broom underneath. And when I'm done, I'm going to wait for this to dry and then move the washing machine back. This is cheap bleach that I am using. I'm not going to waste my Clorox on the floor. That's just me personally. Alright, I'm going to let that dry. And when that's done drying, I hope this was hard enough. Because I want the dryer to be able to go back over this spot. And I don't want it to be over an area that has not been cleaned. Now, one reason, well, there's multiple reasons you should not do this. It's because of the fumes of the bleach. My eyes tend to get dry easily, and so I'm going to go away and I'm going to let this dry, and then we will move the dryer back. I'm sorry, the washing machine back. I had to push the dryer back, the washing machine back, because I needed to get clothes out of here, and I was being blocked because it's almost peak time, and I have to get the stuff in the dryer before we start being charged a different rate. But anyways, it's still drying a little bit. There's just a little bit more to go. But just wanted you to be able to see. I don't know if you can tell right here. You might see a line like right there where it's different. Just a little bit more cleaner on that side, still kind of drying. And then over here. And then look at all that dirt that I had to end up pulling forward. So once it dries, then we'll suck it up with a wet vac. But since I've moved it and don't have that much time, I'm going to go ahead and vacuum up the rest of this with the suck vac and go ahead and get the bleach down on here. Side note, look at this dryer. You do not know how dirty this thing was for how many months. Whew. It just got so dirty, and now I just feel so proud of myself that I finally have an area that is a little more clean. I'm only going to focus on the cement and below because, you guys, it is very dusty and I'm not sure how. I mean, I can suck back the cobwebs and dust, but I have to be very careful because of this insulation. And on top of that, all of this is a lot to clean. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. So, let's do this.
Follow the PVC pipe. Follow the PVC pipe. Follow the PVC pipe. Follow the PVC pipe. Oh. Follow the PVC pipe. Follow the PVC pipe. It goes all the way into that room, or into the wall. So that is what I want to clean. And some of you guys might be, well, that's a little backwards. Why would you clean the top of here after cleaning down here? Honestly, guys, I just don't want to deal with this right now. And I have a lot I'm still trying to put away. So I would say clean your house and your space the way you want to clean your house and space, or what makes sense to you. Because what makes sense to me right now is making sure that down here is taken care of, because again, we are dealing with getting rid of things, throwing things away, and if I really want to do it how people would want me to do it, that means I would have to shove everything into the middle of the basement, start cleaning from all the way up there to down here, and then down here, and it would just be a disaster. So I work in sections because I get overwhelmed, and that's what you should do too. If putting everything in the middle is not your cup of tea, because it's not mine, I get even more frustrated and walk away. I think we are done with dealing with bleach for now. One day I will actually clean this floor with some soap and good old water, but I think the bleach is probably the best thing right now, since we're dealing with mold and moisture. We let this dry, and I will show you how this side of the space is looking. It is the next day, and I am going to show what progress we have made, or I have made. So this is what we're looking like. Can't really see because I'll talk about the other stuff. This is what scrubbing did. It's not the best, but this is just with bleach and water, and this is the dirt that I ended up gathering together from the scrubbing, and I'm going to vacuum that up with the wet vac. I'm doing some laundry right now. This is what it's looking like now. I have a table here that I put on bed risers. You guys seen that, and that's that stool that I did clean off in the garage. So if I want to sit down, I could pull that out. If I want to sit and do something right there, I possibly could do it. And this, I used what I had. This table got from a family member. This thing I've had for years. I wiped it off and we're using it for now. You know, it may change in the future, but for now, using what I have, and it works. This is what we're looking like on this side. Now I'll be prepared. This is what's looking like on the other side of my space. This is all this right here is decor stuff. Not this pile, but where you see the black bags right here. It's decor stuff. And there's another tote that's back there behind this tote. That I have to go through
I'm just not going to do it now, but what I will do is stack it and get into a more of a neat pile that I need to go through. Just get it orderly. And I really do think I'm going to get rid of this. I don't use it. It just sits here. I bought it, and in theory, I like the idea, but these bags are just too weak. And for this family, we have way too many clothes for this. So, I'm going to check and see if there's any family members that may want it or give it away. But, yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to probably move this out of here. Did any of you have this game? I had this since high school. These are old rugs that I had in the bathroom. I put down here because it does feel good when I am taking clothes out, stepping on something soft and, you know, just soft and fluffy. Put them to good use. And so that area so far, as of now, is going to remain clear. I think that's how I want it to stay. I hope that there is no use for this space. I hope that no one in this house will find use for this space. I've already explained before why I like to keep my boxes, certain boxes. I usually like to store my boxes up in there just to be out the way, but I don't know if that box will fit in there, so we'll have to figure this out. I've stacked this up. That's what we're looking like. This is going to be a project of its own because it goes inside the other area I've shown. This is what we're looking like as far as progress. It's a whole lot better. A whole lot better. Yeah, the rug. Sometimes I like to come down here barefoot, have something soft and fluffy underneath my feet. This area I have not touched. That needs to be moved because it was put over here. It does not belong here. So I have to move that into a different area. Oop. This is the lint that's flying in the air. This, I've already explained what this is. This is stuff that needs to be put into a container like that. These are shoes that I need to go through and decide if I'm going to sell them or not. But this is part of this whole shelf right here. This is a whole project on its own, both of these. And I don't know if this is a all-day thing or these have to be split up because, well, I did go through a lot of this stuff here, but I think I need to pare down some more. This is clothes. They're divided up by age, sizes I mean, and these are girls over there, boy. And then this whole shelf up here, all shoes, that's what's in this box right here. And then up here are school uniforms, stuff for my best friend, same thing in that. And then that tote is all things that I want to just, like dresses and stuff that I would like to keep for grandchildren. But some of you might think that's controversial, or that is a controversial thought. But anyways, but all this whole row right here is just straight shoes. So I need to reclose that. But done with this shelf. I think I'm pretty happy with it for now as far as storage. This is all the decor stuff that I have that I need to go through and decide what to keep and what to throw away, because this is like years of buildup. Years of buildup. And then right here, this whole line right here. 2 of these boxes are my grandmother's, and then one is some glasses that I'm debating upon keeping or not. And then of course, packaging. This is what I've done so far. I don't like it because it's clutter. I do keep boxes though because of shipping. We need them often. Hangers right here. Bags are right here, and then this has to change. I gotta figure out something. This probably too. These things. I don't know yet, but it's off the floor. I think I'm gonna turn this into my cleaning area. That is my carpet cleaner right there, and then we're gonna figure this whole thing out. As far as these 2 boxes, it needs to go up in there with the rest. But other than that, we are looking very good as far as things being together. It's a cleared area. Still need to work on it some more, but we are slowly getting it done.
It has been over 3 years since I last filmed the results of my basement. Since then, mostly everything has stayed the same, with some things added and some things decluttered. For the most part, I did not keep up with the cleaning, put things back into their homes, and I did add things that need a home. This could be far worse, so I'm going to say that this is not too bad. What I will do is get back to neutral, so then I can declutter some more. I hope that this helps with your cleaning, decluttering, and organizing, and that this video gives you the motivation.
Record again. Take, I don't know what. No, I'm just I just lost my train of thought.